Hello friends, thanks for joining me. This is a much requested video. I just gonna hit the highlights of where we are. I've been asked many times what math curriculum we use. We don't just use one, and this has been kind of an evolution of curriculum, if you want to say. It's been a lot of trial and error over the years of what works, what doesn't work, and really honing in. You feel like you hear me say that, honing in on the learning styles of my kids. So all of my boys are doing a different math curriculum, and this isn't to complicate things. It is to accompany and enhance their various learning styles. So I will start with my first grader. When he was in kindergarten last year, I really just wanted something that was basic but thorough and inviting and exciting and engaging for him. So I chose Horizons, and I have his second book from kindergarten, and it's just, I love it. It's colorful and it's straightforward. It is not Common Core aligned, and just basic math, and he loves it. He is 6, and I don't know, it's just all of your basic addition, subtraction, money, starting to do time, volumes, all of those things that were covered in kindergarten, and there's a number line and all of those things. So this is the first one. We haven't started this yet. He had a few final lessons to finish in that book too before we jumped into this one, but it was this, he will just ask, can I do my math? Can I do math all day long? And it's yes. So, you know, bigger and littler and objects and numbers and all of those things. I have nothing but rave reviews for this. There is a teacher guide. I don't get the teacher guide. I've ordered off of Amazon before, christianbook.com and Rainbow Resources. All the prices are pretty similar. And I just get the workbooks 1 and 2 and work with them independently. Now, I can say as lessons progress, as your grade levels get higher, it is complex. We did try this for 4th and 6th grade last year for my older kids, and it was not good. I mean, it's not saying that it's not good, but it was not a good fit for me teaching them, because math is not one of my strong suits, and I'm okay to say that. I verbalize that. My husband is really gifted in math, and so that's kind of a thing that they'd be like, let's call your daddy, let's ask. So, I mean, but also I've never had a child that has started with a math curriculum that we found the right one for them, that has progressed from the bottom up. So we'll see. I mean, if my now first grader continues to love this and choose this, then I might be teaching those lessons. So there's that. And I don't have the first book in this. Now, fast forward to my 5th grader. He is very different in his style of learning, and as far as where he is on the scheme of his learning. So we have tried, oh my goodness, so many curriculums with him. We have tried everything from BJU Press to My Father's World didn't have it. We've tried Matthew C. We tried teaching textbooks. That was all great. I had gotten a used set last year that he was doing with the book, which I'm going to show you. They have a teaching textbooks. Has a couple different formats. You can just pay a one-time fee and have the online course that is all online, and it's wonderful. Or you can pay a lot more money, get CDs, and get an actual book. He likes to have the book. And then one of our computers died that was able to read the discs, so then we had to stop and halt because we couldn't just go out and buy a new computer. So we kind of were at a stagnant place with that. So we already had some Life of Fred books. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It is a very eclectic math curriculum, and if you look through it, a lot of people hate on it and they say, but it is actually pretty fascinating. And so we've done this in the past with him before. So we just kind of restarted, and there's only, I believe there's 19 lessons, 19 chapters per book, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 19 chapters. And it follows Fred, who is, he's just, I don't know, what's the word for him? He's silly, he's fun, he's engaging, and it's stories about Fred at Kittens University. And it was written by a math professor, and it's just, I don't know how to say, it teaches math in a completely different way than I've ever heard it taught, but my son loves it. And so I don't know, I love it because it even says mathematics is taught in the Life of Fred series in the context of living a full life, a real education, not just memorizing the facts. So this book is organized. There are about 6 pages per chapter. You do a chapter a day. And at the end of the chapter, there's a spot that's your turn to play. So let me just show you chapter 1. So chapter 1 in this one, it's, about the 6 pages. There's a story you're following through, and it's reviewing math concepts throughout. And then there's either 3 to maybe 4 or 5 questions for their turn to play. He has a math notebook, a little spiral notebook that he writes this in. And it's just reviewing those concepts. But it is a very gentle approach. And then it has the answer key. And sometimes he does 1 lesson a day. Sometimes he does more than 1 lesson a day. But my thing is that it's taking that pressure and taking away the tears of the drills and just the hardcore methodology around it, which was just kind of quenching his want to do math. And he's very, very good at math. And this does go from, it starts with apples. It's the red one. It's buried in his pile of books in his bin. It goes, literally kindergarten up through advanced high school. When you get to the high school series, there's, I want to say, does it go through trigonometry? I'm not sure, but same concept. And I've read several positive, end results, like kids going off to college and going to school for mathematics and, all of those things. I feel like for my son, it has been the best choice for him because I don't know, it's just him. And I've worked really hard to try to hone in completely about, okay, he's not crying every day. He's not hating it. He's not resisting it and refusing to do it. So that's what we're doing for that. And then my 7th grader, we are doing teaching textbooks, and he is a very visual, needs it kind of right in front of him. Have done teaching textbooks with him for several years, and it was getting to where, as we're getting advanced, we're in middle school now. As things were advancing, it was when the lessons were spouting and he's trying to keep up and write, it was becoming a little overwhelming for him. Because when you're getting into like pre-algebra concepts and those types of things, it was a little intangible for him, and just he was getting caught up in the writing of the things. So what I did is, we still have our online subscription for that, and I went on eBay and I found just the spiral book, and it has changed it completely. He is now happy and enjoying math again, instead of feeling super, super defeated, because maybe in his writing and transposing of that, he would transpose a number or get 1 off or whatever it was, and it was just very, very defeating and sucked the life out of him. So this has been, I don't even remember how much this was, but I found it used. I will either look on Amazon or eBay, wherever I can find used for this, because it wasn't worth the investment of paying for this with the test guide and the answer key and the CDs is like $150 or $160, and I think I got this for $25. And then even then, when you pair that, the online subscription for teaching textbooks is, I believe, $45 a year. And with that, I forgot to hit on that, there are 120 lessons in here, I believe. It's 120 lessons, and then I think there's 20 quizzes, so it equates to be 140-ish lessons a day. And in our state, we have a recommendation to do between 160 and 180 days of instruction. So that hits that, and then we are always learning and, enriching with those things. Life of Fred, he will do it every day. I forgot to get the fraction one. We have the fraction one that I even have my older son reviewing. And then this one is 160. Horizons is 160 lessons. So there's 80 in each of these books. So Horizons, Life of Fred, and teaching textbooks are the 3 that we use and plan on using for the foreseeable future. Teaching textbooks is online, does not start until 3rd grade, even online or the disc format. Life of Fred, you can start from kindergarten and go through 12th. And Horizons, I know they start at kindergarten. I guess they go all the way because we had tried 6th. Yeah. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, drop them below. Leave me a comment. And I also want to say, I have my smart board behind me. I have had so many requests for a video on how we utilize it. And I was getting ready to film that. I had so many great things of how we do. We even use math here as well with the touch screen and some programs and software. But the computer that we used with that died. It's the one that died with our math, our math CD capabilities. So I have like Mac computers that are left. That's my primary source of what I use, and they are not compatible. Like the software is pretty old to use that. So sadly, we've lost some of that functionality as far as Smartboard. We project it for our Gather Round Homeschool, and we use it as a whiteboard. But we're trying to find a good deal on even maybe a used PC so that we can get those functionalities back, because they would play word games, we would draw, I would dictate, they would write with a smart pen, and it's been a really cool asset to have to our classroom. Definitely a frivolous like splurge, but it's been really fun. So I hope that answered some of the questions that I've been getting for math curriculums. I do have some ideas lined up. I'm going to do some flip throughs of what we're doing as far as we do Gather Round as our primary, and I'm supplementing with some other curriculums from different manufacturers as well, just to hone in on some places that we need to grow in a little bit. And I can do a flip through of grade by grade with that, and just show you kind of what we're using and why I chose these things and whatnot. But thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.